Alright, I've been talking about wanting to make this video for a long time. At least 2 whole weeks. I mean, talk about a lifetime. So the punishment system in Halo is absolute bullshit. I cannot emphasize this enough. 343, what the actual fuck were you thinking? What the hell kind of drugs were you on? What made you think this was a good idea? So if you don't play Halo, let me just try and set the scene for you. For 15 years, at least, I'd never played Halo 5, so I don't know. No Halo game before punished you when you left a matchmaking game. Then for some reason, when Master Chief Collection came out, they thought that would be a great addition to add. I don't know why they added it, but it is genuinely the worst decision they have made with Master Chief Collection. And if you remember the story of the launch of that game, that's saying a lot. So if you don't know, when you leave a game of matchmaking, you get like a 5-minute ban as your first offense, and then if you do it again, I don't know the cooldown between how long you're able to do it for, but if you do it again, then it goes up to 15 minutes, then 30, then an hour, and it just keeps adding up. And people try to come up with counters to it, trying to justify the fact that this exists, even though no Halo game previously had this happen. Master Chief Collection is literally just every other old Halo game with this added feature. Some of the counters people try to think up, oh, if you leave, then your team will be down a teammate. Then just have it so you can join games mid-game, like every single Call of Duty ever. And oh yeah, Halo fucking 4! You solved the solution in 2012! 343 solved the solution in 2012. You undid a solution and then added another problem to it. And then you might say, but what if I don't want to join a game midway through? What if I want to be there for the full experience? Then just have an option in the menu to opt out of it. Enjoy those loading times, fucker. And you might say, well, why would you quit a game? You know, that's unsportsmanlike. Do you not play this game? People act like their life depends on winning. People act like someone broke into their house, have guns pointed to their family members' heads, and tell them, if you don't win this game, we will pull the trigger and make you watch. I've never seen people sweat a video game more than this. Granted, I don't play many video games, but I did play, this is an odd comparison, but I did play Hypixel Sky Wars and Bed Wars from 2017 to 2019, and I thought I saw the worst that humanity had to offer in terms of tryharding a video game. Holy shit! Halo players blew me away. I cannot believe how much people tryhard this game. And it's not even new. Like I said, it's all the old Halo games. Why are people sweating and tryharding Halo 3, a near 15-year-old game? And if you don't want to play against these people, too fucking bad. You can't leave the game or else you get punished. And then to make it even worse, you can't even just go AFK. You can't just get up and leave and do something else while the game plays out. There's a fucking anti-AFK system. And then you still get punished. If you go AFK, you get banned from playing. If your grandfather has a heart attack and you need to put down the controller and go help, enjoy not playing Halo for the next month, motherfucker. You need a distraction after the funeral? Tough shit. And then there's people that'll say, oh, if it's an old Halo game, why do we need to fix any problems that are with it? You added the problems, 343. And also, there's gonna be people that'll say, but Halo Infinite's coming out in a month. Cool! I don't give a shit about Halo Infinite. This isn't an iPhone. Old games in a franchise do not immediately become obsolete as soon as a new one is released. There are people that play the old games. There are people that prefer the old games to the new ones. That's why Master Chief Collection exists. Because when Halo 5 was released, there were people that didn't want to play it so bad, they went back to old games from nearly a decade prior. And probably the most common counter to the problem that I saw was people just saying, get good. That's a fair argument. But you shouldn't have to play a game 90 hours a week just to play against these people, just to have a fair match. We're not gonna go the South Park route with this shit. You shouldn't have to be an expert at a game to enjoy it. You shouldn't even have to be good at a game to enjoy it. Because if that was the case, you would never play any new games ever. I like how I wrote this like 6 months ago, and I'm still just as mad as when I wrote it. Like the stuff that I wrote in caps lock, I'm still pissed off about. And now you're probably thinking, well, you're complaining about all this shit. What's your solution? I don't know why you would expect me to be able to solve all the world's problems, but lucky for you, I did. Add a block feature. It is that simple. A block feature that works, by the way. If you don't want to go up against someone whose sweat is dripping through the screen, someone who hasn't seen natural sunlight since they were a toddler, just block them, and you won't be put into games with them. And then you might say, but what if everyone blocks me? Then that's a sign that you should stop playing if nobody wants to be in a game with you. What if you block every other player? I mean, it'd be pretty difficult to do, but if you somehow manage that, congratulations. You don't get to play the game anymore. Your actions have consequences. What if it gets abused and everyone blocks one person in particular? Then just make it so that you can only block someone if you've recently played a game with them. Why is this so difficult? Or better yet, get rid of the fucking ban system for when you leave a game. Listen, I have Spectrum. My internet going out is a feature, and when Spectrum flips the switch at their headquarters and my internet just goes out and I get kicked from a game, I still get punished for it. What the fuck do you expect me to do? Do you want me to drag down the International Space Station so that I can have a stable internet connection in my room? At least be fair with it. Like, I'm not saying that if you betray someone and you get booted from the game rightfully, that you shouldn't have some sort of timeout ban. But when your internet goes out, or when you're playing against the sweatiest players imaginable, and you don't want to put up with that because you're in a casual playlist, and you leave the game and you still get a temporary ban for it, why do those people get punished? Don't get me wrong, I love this game. I can sit here and complain about every single aspect of this game and I'm still gonna play it because apparently I have deep suppressed trauma, but this game has been out for nearly 2 years, and they have not even acknowledged the fact that this is a problem. And I know a month before the next big Halo game comes out might not seem like the best time to do this. I don't care. 343 has said that they don't plan on just abandoning Master Chief Collection once Halo Infinite comes out. So I'm hoping that this can be fixed, or there can be a solution brought in, or something. The amount of times I've just had to sit through a game just hating life more than usual. I just wish I could play a game in the casual playlist where the enemy team didn't act like it was a life or death situation that they had to win the game. And I also would really appreciate it if I could get matched up with teammates that didn't act like the special ed class got access to the computer lab. That would be fantastic. I'm really hoping that Infinite got rid of this, just like they did with aim assist. But knowing how 343 works, they're not gonna get rid of it. This is just something that we're gonna have to live with for the rest of time. When you die, you will see a message pop up that says temporarily banned from matchmaking. Did this video even make any sense? I don't know, just been screaming into my mic. I hope something was able to be salvaged from this. Subscribe to my YouTube channel.